3, 2, 1, go. Right now I'm looking at running out of space, a Python exercise from good old Codewars. Kevin is noticing his space run out. I guess that means he's running out of space. Write a function that removes the spaces from the values and returns a list showing the space decreasing. For example, running this function on the list I have no space would produce this. Alright folks, so regardless of what the explanation says, and it's not a good one, what it is you're given a list, basically a list of strings, usually a list of words, and what you must produce is a progressively larger string that takes on more of the elements of the original list. For instance, in the first element, you're simply going to have the first string. In the second element, you're going to have a combination of the first and second strings. Third element, combination of the first 3 strings. Fourth element, combination of all 4. So the number of elements you put in, the number of elements from the source list that you put into the new list will grow for each next element. So the string element is growing, and really you're tacking on more strings from the original each time. Interesting concepts, but so they're here talking about it in the context of running out of space. I don't really get that, but what I said holds. So let's get this one together. Let's get in here and do some training. Time to train. Check out these test cases real quick just to give you more of an idea of what I'm talking about. You see Kevin has no space, and you see here as you go through these just to let you all know, the solutions are here on the right side. These are on the left side of the inputs, solutions on the right. So with the inputs, Kevin has no space. You see first element Kevin, then Kevin has no space. So you're getting progressively more of the words per each element as you go forward. So we got to build that, and I'm going to show you how. Follow me. I'll show you how. Because we are creating a new list, I'm going to create a new list, and then I'm going to loop through the original array. And I'm going to use this temp variable to build my string, because I'm going to create a second nested loop, and in that loop I'm going to build my progressively larger set of elements that I'm going to tack on to each element in the new list. Nope. What I'm doing in this nested loop is I'm going to start one past I'm going to start one past my current I, and that's going to allow me to build a progressively larger portion of the string, because I'm going to go 0 to I, and of course I is going to increase as this outer loop increases, It's going to allow me to build a larger set of elements for each element of my new string. And for each one, I'm going to append. I'm going to append that new string, or that, I guess you could say the growing string. I'm going to append that to new list every time. And then I'm going to, whoops, got to return new list eventually. A lot of spacing here that I think I put in myself. Yeah, and that is pretty much it. Again, in the nested loop, let's actually take this through, use a little example. I'm going to grab one of the test cases to explain this thing a little further. So I feel like some of you out there may not be getting it completely. Back in here, drop that. Test case in there. Let's look at this example where, all right, let's say here, of course, we start at the beginning and let's say source on the left, destination on the right. Let's say we start in our loop with, I equals 0 and I is Kevin, and we get in here to the inner loop. It goes J is going to go 0 to I plus 1. I plus 1 at the beginning is simply 1. So this loop will loop just 0 because, of course, the end is not inclusive. So I'm just going to get Kevin on the first turn, just going 0. On the next turn, I is going to be 1, and then I plus 1 is 2. So this loop is going to go 0 and 1. 0 and 1 giving me Kevin and has, which ends up here. On the next turn, I is going to be 2. Actually, wait a minute. No. Yeah, I is going to be 0, 1, 2. I is going to be 2. I plus 1 is going to be 3. So this inner loop is going to go, it's going to go 0 to 2, giving me Kevin has no. 0, 1, 2. Kevin has no. And then we have Kevin has no. So there's a little run through of how it ends up working with this inner loop. But this, folks, is done. So let's run it. Oh, maybe not. Let's see here. All right, Kevin has no space. Yeah, I am missing something important. Importante. The looping is right, but this is wrong. Line 10, where it's not, I need to concatenate to accumulate instead of being equals. That's a typo there. So let's get in here. Pass, pass. Great, great, great. All right, home slices. Whoops. This is running out of space from Codewars, Python.